Hello, this is a Kawai K500, that 131 centimeters tall. Came into stock yesterday, so just looking to see if there's anything we need to do to refine it and also to appreciate the piano. Casework wise, obviously is immaculate as it's brand new. And most of the inspection I've written down on the assessment sheet, but just want to look at one aspect here, which is that it does need altering, and that the dampers are pulling off too far. I don't know if you can see on the video, but as I press the right hand pedal down, they should go off to about there, and they're coming too far. Now, why is that important? Well, the main reason it's important is it wears out the springs more. So as these are being pulled further up, the dampers are being pulled off more, then the springs are getting worn more. So that's important in the long run, but not so important in the short run, although the control on the pedal is better if it's not pulling off quite so far. I'm going to compare it with this Feurich 122. It's a shorter piano. I haven't got a Feurich 133 in this area. Sorry about that. We've got some coming in. But if you watch the damper, it's pulling off. If we look at them behind the Celeste, they're just pulling off about the right amount. So clearing the wedge is clearing the strings, but right a little bit more than clearing them to allow, because over the years the pedal tends to get slack, but not clearing them so much that it's going to weaken the spring over a period of time. Get a better view here from behind the Celeste, so you can see the dampers pulling off too far really, so they should pull off that far. It's only a small adjustment on the pedal, but over the years that will weaken the springs, and also it's less control over the damping. Apart from that, the regulation seems extremely good. If we look at for instance, the dampers pulling off about 2/3 of the way, that's ideal on a new piano. So on this new Feurich 122, the dampers are pulling off as the hammers get about 2/3 of the way towards the string. So as we've got the fronts off both pianos, let's compare the tone. Let's hear the middle tone here. Quite a different tone. This is a brighter, I'm going to use the adjective, more European sound, and perhaps more precise Japanese sound. A very beautiful sound. I'm very impressed with this piano. Before listening to the piano being played, here's the summary worksheet here, and those are the things we mentioned earlier. The damper lift needs adjusting. That's important really, as there's a small adjustment. I was interested to see that the weighting, this is down weight, 55, that's all right for bottom two, but then goes up to 63 for that sharp, 57, 60, a bit on the high side for the sharps here, I think, really. So that needs addressing. If we look up, it's 60 even here. Up in the treble, it should be less than that. So that's something we can certainly correct. Here's the worksheet that we made for the Feurich 122, and you can see that the weighting is extremely consistent. So it's 50 grams here, 50 grams there, 50 grams there, 51, and this was without having to alter it at all. So I was very encouraged by the way they very carefully weighted the keyboard here. But there's nothing wrong with the Kawai, it just needs weighting. I do love the touch on the Kawai as well. Something I forgot to mention, the legroom here is colossal, it's wonderful if you're a very tall person. Pedals are 7 centimeters from the floor, which is the same as the Feurich 122, but the legroom is much greater. I think we've got it at 66, which is, I think the Feurich was about 63. There's the Feurich 62.5, so that's just a bit higher than a Yamaha U3, but only slightly. So I'm very impressed with the touch and the tone on this piano, and just needs a bit of regulation and adjustment. I'm going to play both pianos so you get an idea of the difference in tone. Hopefully will give you an idea of the difference in tone between the two. actually a very, very different tone, this 122, but both equally enjoyable, very different experience in terms of the tone of the pianos. So back to the K500 to have a final listen to that one.